Hey, it's Tanya, and I'm here with the weekly sketch, and this time we had a mood board that we were working with as well, so that's what I was showing you there, and there's my sketch on the top left. So yeah, I've got this photograph of my daughter and her boyfriend. Again, it's from the picnic that we went on over her birthday, and it's just such a gorgeous photo. She's laughing because, well, her sister had done something stupid. That usually happens in this family. Either I'm doing something daft or Jessica's doing something daft, and it causes much merriment to everybody else concerned. So yeah, and then it's just the the interaction between the two is just I captured such a nice moment there that I figured I definitely need to scrapbook this. I wonder, do you... Okay, she's older now, but I used to scrapbook her relationships that she would have. She was never short of boyfriends, I must say, and they would come and go, and I've got them in the albums, and I don't know, is it a weird thing to scrapbook, particularly when they're younger, to scrapbook their relationships? I don't think so, really, is it? I mean, it's a moment in their lives, and they might be embarrassed by it when they come back to look at the layouts, but yeah, I don't know. I think I wonder, because I started scrapbooking after my ex and I divorced, so I have never scrapbooked any of the time that we were together. It's just not something that I feel a need to do, and also my photographs back then aren't that great. I always say I like to scrapbook really nice photographs, and it was all pre-digital, and yeah, it's not a time in my life that I necessarily think back on, really. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, there was a big pondering moment which has absolutely nothing to do with the mood board or the layout or what I'm doing. So yeah, I took the inspiration. I took mainly the colors from the mood board and the sort of the teals and the yellows, and from the sketch I did those sort of that diagonal, the cutting of the papers I've got in the diagonal there, and yeah, I took some of the 4x6 cards and matted my photograph, and then am I going to mat it? Yes, I'm going to mat it on that very pretty pink piece of paper as well. And you would have seen I used some of the vellum as one of my layers there in my squonky diagonal pieces of paper, but I'm actually going to get the other piece of vellum that we got, because we got two in the cardstock add-on. Did I mention these are the March hip kits? I don't think I did, but they are. And yeah, I'm just going to tone down that lemon paper because it's really, really quite bright, but that will come just now. Here I'm taking, this is a die cut pack from the Flourish collection, which is Maggie Holmes's latest one. And yeah, a lot of those elements I probably wouldn't really work into a layout, but they work fantastically. Sorry, I think somebody's trying to get in. Nope, nobody was trying to get in, evidently. It's maybe the, I don't know, maybe there's a ghost. Wouldn't that be fun? So yeah, what I was saying is a lot of these elements from this die cut pack I think I might battle to use, which is why I have no problem with using them as layers behind my photograph. They give a lovely little bit of color and interest and texture, and yeah, so I often do that if I find something which I'm not so sure of what to do with, or it's something which really doesn't fit in with what my style of scrapbooking. I will use them as layers, and there is nothing wrong with doing that. It's a fantastic way of using up your products. And yeah, so I've got some tags at the top of the photo there, and I've been doing this a lot actually, putting fun foam on the back of my photograph because it gives it elevation, and yeah, it makes your photograph kind of pop. And here I do the major battle of deciding which way I want my triangles or whatever. I'm not quite sure what shape that is, but yeah, here we go. Here's where I bring in a piece of vellum just to turn it down, because I want the photograph to shine. That's my primary focus of this layout. Sometimes I can make the embellishments be more of a focal point than the photograph, but this time I'm just so proud of my photo, and it's just such a lovely photo that I wanted the photo to shine. So yeah, I toned down the pieces of paper. That was a long-winded way of saying I toned down the pieces of paper. And that didn't look too bad, the happy day together, but I figured there was just a little too much of those wood grain words. So I decided I liked the idea of the Happy Day, and so I'm going to stick with that once I make up my mind, and still trying to think if I can do a bit more of those woods. And then I figured, okay, well, those leaves, they work, so I got that on. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm doing well. But yeah, I take this 4x6 card and I use it as a backing for the Happy Day because it wasn't showing up enough. And that's a nice tip, actually, is if you find your tassels kind of, I don't know, what's it, where it just sort of it's blending into things too much, then just back it with something light. Oh, and look at that, I sewed on it too. I tell you, the sewing machine and I are best friends right now. I have forgiven it, and gone are those days where I cursed its very existence. Now it's a dream because it's actually sewing things. But yeah, I like the pop of the wood grain leaves like that. Ties in with the title, so I thought that looked quite nice. And now it's just a case of finding other things to put on the page. So I'm going through these. Those were from, golly, where were those from? I think those are Jen Hadfield. I think so, yes. And then some of these are Simple Stories, the I Am collection, and it's got such a lot of picnic stuff to it and kind of birthday stuff, which I thought tied in so brilliantly, of course, with the story of my layout, because of course it's celebrating the birthday and all of those good things. So you'll see just now when I do cluster on the right hand side, I'm going to get a cake on there, which I was quite chuffed with. They're very pretty, actually, the colours of those die cuts. And yeah, that's also got a lovely sentiment on it, which I can't for the life of me think what it is, so I don't know, but you'll see it in the stills, or maybe you can see it on the video. I don't know. When I voice over these, the picture is quite small, so I don't really get to see what things are saying. Actually, by the time this layout goes up, I will have received my April kits, and I've done something which I don't normally do. I normally obsess about them and look at the website and then go and look for unboxings while I'm waiting to get my kits. But this time I haven't done that. So it's going to be quite a surprise because I can't remember what's in them. And this is so funny because I know there's supposed to be a backing on these butterflies, but it's actually at the back. And I'm like trying to get it off the front. Yeah, you see I'm battling with that one as well. So I don't know whether I got them off before or what, but yeah, anyway, if you do have those, there is a backing on the back of them. There we go. And yes, it's the big debate as to which butterfly and at what angle I'm going to put them on. And yeah, obviously I took them off again. The indecisiveness of scrapbooking. But yeah, so I'm just going to carry on trying to put stuff in here, so let's have a little chat instead, because I bore myself to death sometimes trying to tell you what I'm doing, because you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I do, have a reason for it, and then I'll explain that, but and now it's just the big debate as to what I do with that frame. But I do get it on because I like the colours, actually. That's the reason why I was doing that. I wanted to bring in more of that sort of peachy colour because of the sentiment that I got on the photograph. So that is why I was doing that. There is a reason for it. So yes, we were going to have a chat. So how is everybody? I get into trouble when I say that because my dear friend Reet thinks it's weird. I don't think it is, personally. I think it's more a case of, you then feel a part of this whole video, and you feel like I'm there with you. I did enjoy this. That little oval frame, and that was actually, that die cut had a bunny on it. But I cut it in half because I wasn't going to use the bunny, and then I turned it upside down, so you'd never know it was a bunny in the first place. So there we go. Manipulating my little bits and pieces. And no, there was too many oval frames. Didn't need another one. So yes, so anyway, we were chatting amongst ourselves, weren't we? Yes, we were. And what can I tell you? Life is going on as per usual. There's, the normal grind of work, and I've been doing lots of Lots of videos, actually. I've got into a nice routine at the moment where on a Monday I have my memory planning video that goes up, and then on the Wednesday I have an art journal process that goes up, and then on the Friday I have my design team layout, which is always to do with the weekly sketch. And let me quickly tell you, if you're not aware of the weekly sketch in the Hip Kit Club Facebook forum, we put up every week on a Friday. We put up the latest sketch, and you get a week to play with it. And if you post your layouts in the forum and the thread, then you are in a chance to win a $10 coupon code for the online HipKit store. So yeah, it's well worth checking it out and playing along with. So yeah, so that goes up on a Friday, and then on a Saturday, if I have anything extra, at the moment it's been extra scrapbooking layouts that I've been doing with the kids, then I post that as well. So there we go. You have a ton of Tanya if you're really if you're really that way inclined. You can get your oh gosh, four-time weekly dose of Tanya and her scrapbooking and arting and all things related. So yes, what am I doing? I am faffing around with this embellishment cluster on the right hand side. I can't seem to really make up my mind, but then I thought I was just the bee's knees. Not only did I take that weird looking to me it looks like a turkey, that chair. So I took that, and then I took the balloons, because as I said, this is a birthday related layout, and I thought that looked really quite cute. And then I'm going to add a few more extra bits in, and I really enjoyed the bit that I added in just now. It says something about I live for the weekends, because that's what they do now. Now that they're at college, now that Tamsin's at university, she works so hard, that child. And there's my cake. I said I got a cake on. She really does work herself to death. So yeah, I think she really looks forward to weekends and holidays. Although in the holidays she still works her tushy off. So I admire her work ethic. I'm not quite sure where she got it from, but she's really, really dedicated. So yeah, now I'm getting some enamel dots on and doing my usual, putting colours in sort of 3 places and making sure that I've got, and I thought this was cute. I added some enamel dots to that little flower at the top there, just to make it pop a little bit more. And what else do? I don't think I do too. There we go. I live for the weekend. Love that. And I thought it looked really quite cute there. And then I put something in between, yes, because that was, what were they called? Trap space. There we go. And I think I'm going to be coming to the end soon. So there we go. There's my layout. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will join us in the Facebook forum, and I hope you play along with the weekly sketch. So thank you for watching, and we'll chat again soon. Bye bye.